Hello, I am Nina. Dating. Oh my God, it's so boring.
I'll call you.
You want to hear about all the embarrassing stories, like that time I had spinach in my teeth or my tampon fell out mid-kiss. Okay.
What's wrong?
Carrie, listen, I'm moving to LA. Can you book me shows there or what?
Turn left. You have reached your destination.
You must be Nina.
This place is beautiful.
I need trees around me. I'm water-based, so I need the balance.
I'm whiskey-based. That's more my thing.
Hi, I'm Rafe.
I'm not gonna sleep with you.
Just take it one step at a time.
Okay.
I'm no longer married. I was. She broke my heart.
You keep being honest. What's the matter with you?
Well, I have to say congratulations to All About Nina. How did you discover Mary Elizabeth Winstead? Because I thought she was extraordinary and she totally nailed the part perfectly.
Yeah, thank you. I think she's great too. I'm not sure that I discovered her, but I'll gladly take the credit. I mean, she's been working for a long time, and I've been watching her movies for a long time. So even though when I was writing it, you know, it's very much my story. So I didn't have anybody in particular in mind because I was more pulling from my own life. But then once I knew I was going to make the movie and I started thinking about actors, she immediately came to mind. I think she's somebody who's, you know, clearly not just great at her craft, but does very interesting roles and can play to a lot of different things, which I think this role needed, because obviously so much is required of her. And then I know that she was terrified about doing the stand-up, but it never worried me. I just thought that somebody who is a great actor can get to do that as well. Like, as long as we put in the work, I knew we would get there.
I guess I was missing the word, like, discover her talent for being a stand-up comedian, because I'm like, you know, I watched her other films and was really good in other films, but watching her in this film, like, you know what, she can be another great female comedian because she was so natural doing her stand-up with all her jokes. And I'm like, I didn't know this about Mary, that can just stand on the stage and just talks about jokes. Did she you know, discuss with you what kind of jokes that you want her to do, like what kind of monologues, you know, for her
No,
scene?
I mean, I wrote the stand-up, so it was written, you know, that when she first read the script, it was all in there. If anything, we had to cut out some stuff just for time's sake. So like the opening monologue used to be much longer. It was about 5 minutes, which I think was terrifying for her, but she got through it and did very well. But no, I mean, I don't know, again, it's so, I guess I'm very instinctual and visceral as a director. I just had a feeling that I knew she could do it well, and really the question becomes more, do we see the part the same way? Which I think is always a big question for any director and actor. Same thing with Common. It's like, once we sat down and talked about the part, do we see it the same way? Because if we hadn't, then maybe it isn't a good match. But, you know, we did. And then once I feel like the base is there and that I can also help them with that, you know, with whatever they need from me, then I can fully trust them and let them do their thing. So again, the comedy never worried me for Mary because I know she's such an accomplished actor. I know that she would get there. That was more on me in terms of the writing, like, was it actually funny or not?
Hey, Nina, Comedy Prime.
They're gonna give one lucky lady their own 1 hour special.
3 impersonations, got it?
Nina, this is Celine Dion. It's just Cher talking to you right now, and I believe in you.
This next one is Jabba the Slut.
I met somebody.
Didn't you say you were gonna make me dinner?
Did I say make you dinner? I meant order.
It's funny and sexy and just the right amount of screwed up.
Hey, what up, man?
What are you doing here?
Leave, don't leave, don't leave. No.
Hey!
Yo, so this is what you want? You want men fighting over you now?
Nina, the truth will set you free.
What if the truth sends you to jail?
Did you have her in mind when you were writing this part, or you just kind of wrote the part for just general, you know, general actor?
I didn't have anybody in mind at the very beginning because, again, it's so much my story that it was hard to separate at first. But then once I had the first draft and I started seeing it as a movie, I thought, oh, you know, who's going to play this? And yes, she immediately came to mind.
Did you get a chance to talk to a female comedian and hear their story and how challenging it is for them to, you know, if they want to make it in this comedy role? I mean, it's a tough role, you know, to compete with men, I would say. It's not easy to stand on stage and just do a 10 minutes piece about anything.
No, I don't think it's easy that way for anybody, male or female. I mean, it's a tough thing to do, and I think they're insane to do it, but I'm grateful for them. But, you know, it's funny, I mean, I know a number of female comedians, and it comes up here and there, but in general, comedians don't complain a lot either. So I don't think the female comedians that I talk to about this, you know, had a ton to say. It's just kind of a given, like, this is how the world is. And I actually think it's gotten much better. Like when I got into the comedy world in New York in the 90s, and I only remember seeing one woman the entire time that I was there, and I don't think she was treated very well, and I never saw her again. So, you know, it's easy enough to laugh, but I think that was the history of female comedians in a lot of places in this country. So it's definitely gotten better that way, and there's just a lot more presence and a lot more understanding of women's sense of comedy and being able to talk about our own truths, which is where so much funny shit comes from.
I agree. Well, great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good
People
job.
seem to think I'm negative. Oh, watch it, bitch. Not the type of girl you'd want to bring home.
It's a brand new world now. What's the real you?
All in all, I think I'm a reasonably good person. Who's with me? Who's with me?